Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm live from Gloucester. Very cold now. Winter has definitely come here. We're down to about 4 degrees, so it's really cold. Um, guys, today we will be discussing a different topic. Today we will be talking about ego or anger. Which is the bigger evil and why? It is a very tough question because, ego and anger could also be related. So I'd like to know, what is ego to you and what is anger and where does it come from? And I want you to think about which of them is the bigger evil and why. So I really want a proper justified explanation to this. So I'd like quite a debate from you guys as well. So if you find yourself, that you don't agree with something that your classmate says, do feel free to just say, well, actually, but what about, and do question each other. So let's start off with Ananya. Ananya, can you please introduce yourself first? Tell us a bit about your day, and then we'll move on to the topic.
Yes. Hi, Christine. Hi, LWT. And also Aksa. I think more people are not here. Anyway, my name is Ananya, and I am currently pursuing my post-graduation in MBA from ICFI Business School, Hyderabad. And I had a quite rough day, actually. Since morning, I had the extra classes, and also it got over just before, I guess, 1 hour or 2 hours back, and I had my snacks. There's a very big event going on. There's a Bollywood night, Christine, if you're aware of Bollywood musics and movies.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, but I took my time off and I came back to my room just to attend the meet and just to, learn something which I would really like to know, and also, give my thoughts about it. So yeah, that that was my day particularly.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay, what is ego?
I think ego for me is the importance you have. The self importance is ego for me. It can be negative, as we sometimes hear a word ego. What sidelines the ego is a thought that ego can always be negative. But actually, the meaning of ego, as far as I know, is the self esteem, the importance of yourself is ego. Yes, but to be clear with the concept, ego can be, the most deadliest one when somebody is hurting it. Nobody likes if someone, the second person is talking about you or talking ill about you, and talking that thing to your face. So I think that particularly hurts the ego. Otherwise, if you see, ego is just the self-esteem, the self-realization, the simple, self-importance you give it to yourself. That is,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. Okay, so now ego or anger, which is the bigger evil and why?
I think, as I explained, ego, there is also two facts of anger. I think there is a positive thing which is outlined in the anger, and there is always a negative one. A positive anger would definitely, you are angry at a moment and it leads you to somewhere which is beneficiary, which is beneficial for you at some moment. And, the negative anger can definitely lead you to bad factors, ending up in doing something very bad, or sometimes killing just your time and just your mood. So I think anger can be both ways. So for me, if you ask Christine, which is more evil, I think for me ego is more evil than anger. For me, I think ego is the very evil thing, because ego is a very long period. If somebody is hurting your ego in a negative way, it's a very long stretch of time. It takes a very long time to just get out of that situation and make things all right. And for anger, it is, I think, just for a moment, and when there is a simple understanding between the person, I think that goes off. But that's a very big confusion. I am definitely in the thin line between going for the ego or anger, because also when you are angry, you end up doing something very bad which cannot be really coped up in the next time, and which almost ends everything. So later realization doesn't help it at all. So I don't know which one to choose. Is it ego or is it anger? But I think just because for the long duration of the ego, which hurts you very personally because it's just related to you. So I think hurting ego is more dangerous and more evil than just just the anger. So that's how my perception is. But I know definitely there are other people, those who have different perception. But this is how I think that works for me. I think ego is the more factors than the anger.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Very good. Okay, Aksha, what about you? So first, Aksha, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
So, good evening, ma'am. So, myself Aksha, and I am currently pursuing my MBA from IBS Hyderabad. And today was normal day. I have my assignments pile up. After section, I have to complete it, and some case studies and like busy, like night would be busy today. And that's about the day today. And I think ego and anger both are hand in hand. Like sometimes when you get egoistic, you anger will come. Like I would take anger in a broader sense. Sometimes frustration cause anger. Like if you are more frustrated, you get anger. If you're ego with someone, then also an anger, like the feeling of anger comes in. So I think they both go in hand. And in ego also, I think there is like positive and negative also. Like positive ego may help you in growing, or like ego comes when for some people I have seen, if other people are doing better, they get ego. So in the sense they can take it in a positive way also, like to reach in the same heights of them, or to grow more than them also, that ego can work. Or to build a negative relation with them also, ego can work like that. So I think both goes hand in hand. And I think ego is more evil than anger, because anger may be for shorter period, and like it can be solved like more easily. But ego, you have to change the mindset and things. Like it is little bit more difficult to control ego.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good, very good. And if you had to say which one you suffer from most, which one would it be if that's not too personal?
um, Maybe angry.
Anger.
Yeah,
Okay.
anger.
What is it that gets you really angry?
Hmm. Like I don't know. I like sometimes I get like I'm like little bit short tempered, but I don't show it to people. I
Mm-hmm.
keep it inside. I show it to my friends or my mom,
Yeah.
only to them. But they say, like my close friends say me, you have some anger issues. Control it. And within 2 3 minutes, I can like I will be normal laughing. But yeah, sudden changes, I get angry with close people only. Normally, I am don't express my feeling to anyone. I'm like conserve person little bit.
Excellent, excellent, very good.
Mm.
Okay, so next we have Sangram. Hi, Sangram. 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 Okay, I don't think Sangram's available right now. So, Ananya, I'd like you to comment a bit about what Aksha was saying.
Anyway, she agreed to the point that, ego has the greater side than the greater evil side than the anger. As I
Mhm.
mentioned, it is true because, as she mentioned that, she used to get angry for, for some time, and within 2 to 3 minutes, she used to get all right. So that's how anger works. But as Aksha said, that's a positive thing. For some time, she is getting angry, but people nowadays, they are committing heinous crime just because of that anger issues. So
Mhm.
I could see every now and then there is some news in the channels that, somebody killed someone, somebody has raped someone, somebody has gone into so many political issues. And that is just because for the anger, I guess. And that coincides with ego because somewhere or other I agree with Aksha that, when there is ego, when somebody hurts your ego, it automatically creates a very the environment of sensitiveness that, I am not feeling good right now, and that makes you feel bad, and that ultimately creates will fall into the hands of anger. So I guess both are, I think ego is the root for getting angry, but it depends. But I think it should be negative. Otherwise, if it is positive, then and there is many opportunities which can be, dug out of the ego and also the anger. So that depends. It's individual perception. That's it.
And what would you say about about someone who would try to get away from this? So how would you solve an ego problem? How would you solve an anger issue? What do you think are the solutions?
Yes, of course. As I was a very big victim of being in such a situation where anger issues used to hit me a lot. So I have been to therapist for 3 months, and it's been a long time now. It was just my teenage when I used to get angry, and I used to do things which I am not supposed to do it. It's very personal, but yeah, I used to break things when I was back at home. I used to break things. I used to be lost in some other world. I never used to listen to anyone, and I somebody if somebody from my family also used to comment on that, then I used to be very angry because I used to think that time that that this is my life. I could decide, which is clearly I wasn't able to decide what's right, what's wrong. So I think go to your peers. I think the main help you can get is from your peers. The person who understands you, the person who knows your weaknesses and your strengths, the person who can channelize your anger towards something which is very productive, which can be very productive for you. I think that's the only way. I think that's not the only way, but that's the first way. If you don't have any close friends, or if you are, as Aksha said, she has very few friends and she's a very conserved kind of person. She doesn't open up to very easily, but it takes time for her. So for the person like that, I think I was always a jolly person. I used to communicate with everyone, so I love networking. But there is a time, there is a point where you do not want to share your things to anyone. Even if you are a very extrovert kind of a person, you don't like sharing it to anyone. So at that particular period of time, I think my therapist, Muskan, she was my therapist, and she helped me a lot. Being a person who doesn't even know me, but just because of her medication and her, constant support, the consultation hour I used to take from her, it helped me a lot. And I started meditating. That was, I think, that was the main change I got in my life. And also I started working out. I used to spend at least 2 to 3 hours in gym, so that was
Wow.
a very long time for me. Then I started working out for 2 to 3 hours a day, and that really helped me. Not physically, people have a very wrong assumption that you just work out just to stay fit, but I think it also helps you bloom mentally, because you are stressed
Definitely.
out and you just take it out in the gym. And I think
Definitely.
that's the beautiful way to just take out your anger on anything. So eventually everything is gone, everything is well and good. And I'm doing really good right now. And I hope people, those who are suffering from the anger issues or any kind of ego issues, they should know how to channelize the thing into a positive way. Even if it is coming to you in a negative way, I think you should always know yourself. You should know yourself better than anybody else does. So I think that's the only way you can channelize yourself into a very positive life, because life has so much to give and you should know how
Channel
to.
yourself rather than channelize.
Yeah,
Channel yourself.
right, right.
Very good. Excellent, Ananya. Oh, that's lovely. No, definitely. Working out does help you not only just physically, that is okay, a benefit that we all know about, but it does help you mentally. You get a rush of endorphins and feel-good factors going into your
Exactly.
body, which is exactly
Yeah,
what you need to have a more positive outlook. Very
exactly.
good. Excellent. Aksha, do you have anything else you'd like to comment on that?
Nothing much to comment. But yeah, anger issue, I think it is more easier to control for me as in. Like I control it. I can control it by listening to, like I like to stay at, when I'm angry, I like to stay in my room or somewhere alone.
Mm-hmm.
So listening to songs or eating food helped me a lot. I don't know how many people, but eating food help me a lot.
Yeah, Christine and Aksha, that same goes to me. I love food and like I work out, but yes, I cannot just live without the Indian cuisine, because I love Indian food. And that instantly changes the mood. You see something which is good in your plate and that instantly changes your mood. I think I completely agree with her. Food is the only other factor which can help you come out of your anger, unless and until it's very deep and very fragmented. It's If it's a small issue or small matter, I think food will always help you out.
And just like small anchor, food
Yeah,
is the main thing. And like breakdowns and all, food may not help. It takes time. But yeah, small anchors, food, music, some breathing exercise will just like short term and angry issues will be sorted at that time. So that's
Excellent.
my point.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so let's have a little look at Sangram now. Sangram, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Myself, Sangram, working as an HR reporter, and currently I'm pursuing my PGDM in HR. And my day was just a normal day. I went to my office and I'm returning right now to home. So it was just a normal day.
Okay, so if we look at today's question, Sangram, ego or anger, which is the bigger evil and why? What would you say?
I think ego is dangerous than anger because in angerness, if we say towards anything, if we say anything to any person, though in angerness we say, but after that we talk to them. Like in small children also, they will fight, then after 2 minutes they will become friends again. So angerness is like you can like get the grasp, like you can what angerness can be, like, what we can say.
I can't hear you properly.
I'm saying that angerness can be like for a few seconds or minutes from anyone. Like the ego, if someone has the ego, they may think to destroy that person. Then it will ultimately destroy the family itself. So ego is like very dangerous than angerness. In angerness, you say to work and leave it. And after you cool down, you can say sorry to that person. So in ego, you have all the negative thoughts. You start to think of destroying that person, which ultimately destroys his family. So that would be a problem for the person itself.
Okay, thank you very much, Sangram.
And you know,
Okay, Vijay Kumar.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Vijay